Greetings and welcome. This is Psychic Medium Roberto, and I truly hope you're doing well today. I am guided by Spirit. Trigger warning: the subject matter is of a mature nature and deals with true crime events. Disclaimer: all cases are treated as alleged until proven in a court of law. So I'll be looking at the Mr. Funny Man, Robin Williams. And he has been pinging on me recently, particularly while I've been looking at this case. Alright, so let's have a look here. Now, you may think this is one of my older videos, but I just took time to meditate on the chart and just do a quiet read, looking at some numbers, and see if I pick up any anomalies. So the death date for Mr. Robin Williams is listed as August 11, 2014. Having done a review, and I'm sure there's more information to get out of this chart because it is thick with information. As one person said to me before, rich text. So here's the sequence here. So August 11, 2014, the reason why I don't believe this is the actual day, we have our very popular these days 26/8 staging. So let's just put your staging. That already sends alarm bells. And we, of course, appreciate that anything is possible in the movie business, right? So there's first alarm bell. We note a recent contributor to crimes these days, the transactional element. Transactional. So I'll just put your transactional. It's interesting that deals are made around death and murders, eh? And this is another thing, and it's part of the sentence, and that is, I'm not seeing any death numbers, first of all, on that day, August 11. That's the first thing. Second thing, if Robin Williams has allegedly committed suicide because of depression, right? And of course, there's also text about getting Alzheimer's or getting dementia, whatever it is, whatever, mental disorder or whatever. The issue I'm having, let's say he did commit suicide by himself, boop, done. There shouldn't be transactional numbers. So what is transactional about his death? Because he has 9 deaths here. And it's not a natural death. Murder. Nothing like a good stage performance. Now, I want to address the issue of depression, because as far as I can see here, this man did not suffer from depression, in my opinion. And these days, it's so easy to label, especially around celebrities. Okay, You draw this ball, let's see what you have. Oh, so when you get to 45, we're going to start talking about Alzheimer's. Or I'm starting to forget things. Okay, you draw a number. Oh, he's got depression. Now, when I look at his date of birth, so depression is earmarked by the number 4. Now, disclaimer, and please don't run now and say, I've got a 4 in my chart, therefore I'm going to get depressed. No. Remember, yes, numbers work in, yes, numbers have their own meaning, but they also form combinations with other numbers. So I'm saying there's no numbers that indicate in this given date of birth that there is depression suffered by this person. Pinging. I'm not going to go too deep in, I mean, there would also need to be numbers like 11, 2. Now, please, I'm also not a doctor, but I'm also saying, don't assume you have these numbers, please. If you've got these numbers, don't assume that this will happen to you. I'm just saying, these are the numbers associated with these disorders. Okay? So the part of the narrative, it would appear that there is a scripted version of your life that is anointed somewhere along the line. Now, in fairness, when you're looking at 8, a life path 8, there can be brain issues, brain. Let's make a note here. But what I'm saying is, the setup is that there's underlying issues and therefore he took his life. Okay? I'm not seeing any underlying issues here. I would say, if anything, and I respect this person that we knew as Robin Williams on the screen, he has a mass of 7s, 3 7s. Now, when you have a mass of 3 7s, it actually speaks about control issues. Okay? I would say if there was a shortcoming, is what I'm getting to, if there's a shortcoming of Mr. Williams, is if he gets out of control, he gets out of control. But control would also be important to him. Isn't that ironic? And I believe this is why he went when he went, is because you will note he has a 28-10-1. He ain't going to keep quiet for no one. And the irony here is you have a person that is about control. He's born, that's who he is. And over time, in other words, with age, you can manage that level of needing to control or be in control, right, as you get older. But the irony is that he was being controlled. And it's not in his nature to be controlled. And when you got 28, 10, 1 year, hot lips. Hot lips. I love this movie, by the way. It came out, this was Dead Poet Society, was it, Joe? Or was it the How Do You Like Them Apples movie? But anyway, the Apples movie happened round about when I was in my writing phase. I want to go to Hollywood. Hollywood. Interesting. So if anything, I would say, based on this date of birth sequence, in old age, he will suffer possibly from issues related to the brain, and I'm not a doctor, right? So let's just say under natural causes, he may have passed. Even 8s speak about old age even. This is also the irony. 8s, people with 8s generally live longer than most because they are about the physical. They are about the body we are in. So this is what I'm saying. Had it been a natural death or even suicide, why are we seeing transactional numbers? And why are we seeing murder numbers, 89, murder? So, according to the narrative, August 11 is the day. So let's just take that as real, right? So August 14, which I've made powder blue because I don't believe it is the case, but I just want to demonstrate something here. So August 14, another usual suspect at a bullshit crime scene. 14-5, the big hoax, the lie. Now, I do believe he was taken out. I don't believe he lived on. But here's a lie. 14-5, what we know about the truth is a lie. Truth 4. Spirit is pinging on me to show, like I used to do in my older videos, the meanings of these numbers on the screen. I haven't done it for a while, beg your pardon. And people have been asking. So it's a lie, foul play, foul play, and the 4 within the sequence is the truth, but comes out fabricated. The outcome is fabricated, which is also a lie. 5s, ironically, 5s are what humans do to humans in this world. So 14-5 already on the reflection day, and let me just write here for those that don't know. 72 hours after an event, numerology offers a summary, a reflection summary. In fact, the reflection happens for the next, so I'll show you here. So the reflection happens from here. Let me just sort this out quickly, and I don't want to make it too confusing or too much information at one go. So the reflection zone is here. So the 72 hours after an event gives us opportunity to get information. So the third day, 72 hours later, bullshit, the grand master plan, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not making these numbers up. And you know they love numbers. And let me just say, it was by pure chance. Well, we can debate that one, but no intention from my side to study, learn numerology. I had no inkling until I met a numerologist. And over time, and it was a long time, I started to appreciate numbers. And I was good at maths at school. I'm not scared of numbers, but because I'm so visual, it made sense. It works for me. I'm too visual. I'm very visual. So when I see numbers, then I see visions. But if I see pictures, I'm getting bombarded, if that makes sense. So that's why I don't use tarot cards, because I'll get a vision psychically. But then if I see a tarot card that's meant to be the same thing and it's not the same picture, then I get confused or my brain doesn't compute. So this is why, just by chance, numbers. And how do they love their numbers, right? So this 29, which would indicate 2, I believe that there may have been, because I was questioning this myself, why 2? It could have been, I'm getting a sense of, it could have been the threat of, well, would they kill his partner if he doesn't comply with the agreement, 1910-1, that was made way back when, pinging. And we'll get to the big conversations, and I believe he may have resisted here, but ultimately went through, right? So I believe the threat was, if you don't stick to your agreement, then it's not just going to be you that's going to allegedly commit suicide. We'll make it maybe look like a murder-suicide situation, right? How bad for the reputation. We knew now, as the narrative goes, suffered from depression all his life. My God, the funniest man on the world, the funniest man on the planet, made everyone laugh, suffers from deep depression. My God. So that makes sense, because the script says when you are X and X and whatever, then you're going to commit suicide because you suffered from chronic depression. Bullshit. Bullshit. So that already alarms me, right? So then I start looking back. So look what happens the day before, August 10, 2020. It's so long ago. August 10, 2014. So we're approaching actually almost 10 years now, right? So the famous 10-1 is here. There's organizations involved. I want to just check, and yes, Robin has the 10-1 as well. But 10-1 also speaks about organizations. So we got a 10-1. We have an 18-9 in the middle of the day. And we've got the stack of sevens. A deal is a deal. There's issues here. This for me is problematic. And I would, at this juncture, would encourage you to watch my alien videos. Because there's, I believe, while investigating alien encounters, I discovered a unit, I think I called it a universal key. But what we have here is we've got a 9 in the middle, and we've got a stack of numbers, right? Whatever those numbers are. In this case, it's sevens. I encourage you, go watch some of those stories, and then you'll appreciate what this is going on here about. 18-9 stack of sevens. And I'm actually going to refresh myself on that as well. But there's no coincidence that you have a universal key structure at the time of his death. It's all planned. It's got to happen at this time, and that's the way it does. So, while working on the 27 Club, and that will be coming out in September, I came across a CIA now well-known MH Chaos, aka Operation Chaos. It's common knowledge now. Here it is here in Wikipedia. If you are using Wikipedia, I'm just giving a little plug. They are asking for donations, Wikipedia. Now, Operation Chaos, in short, you can go do your research if you weren't aware of this. In short, we're running operations spying on spying on American citizens back in the day already. Snowden's release wasn't, oh my God, they've been spying on us since last week. So the issue here was Americans were being spied on by their own government, and in particular people of influence. And there were teams, and the whole operation was to ensure that these musicians, very famous musicians, like Jimi Hendrix and all the big names like we know, are all being monitored or were being monitored. Okay, so ironically in the write-up here it says was. Okay, was. Okay. Was. So you can read up about it, Operation Chaos, keeping a stranglehold on artists, musicians, people of influence. And have you noticed in the last few years that all of a sudden all these influencers are dying tragically? Anything suspicious there? Now, the August the 10th, we've got an 18-9, 16-7. So, of course, the 16-7 does ping on Robin Williams' 16-7 in the year that he's born. The 18-9 speaks of murder. In the right position as well. In the right position as well. Remember we spoke about this in a previous episode. There's something missing here. So look, August the 10th, I found it again. August the 10th was, I believe, the day he was murdered. And in the reflection zone, murdered by 18-9, and the reflection concurs. The day before the 10th, operations are a go, so 16-7 surveillance in the intrigue of CIA world, surveillance. And what's also quite interesting, so you got two surveillance numbers here. Afterwards, all the surveillance stops. How interesting. Mr. Galactic. The world is quite small, eh? No organization these days works in isolation anymore. Even back then, even during, you should read up about this MC Chaos if you didn't know about it. All the different organizations involved here. All the different organizations involved here. And why? Someone had a big mouth, and he weren't going to keep quiet. A deal is a deal. I am a spirit medium. So here we go, 28. Mr. Williams. 28-10-1. Look here. So this is, I believe, the true reflection day. So what's the issue here? 13-4, death. The real death here, death, not the 14-5 lie. So which makes it here. This is the real day here. 21-3, 12-3, ping pong. 28-10-1, ping pong. The grand master plan. I love these movies and his comedy. But he could also handle the deep stuff as well. And it comes from his eights. And let me just say 16-7 in Mr. Robin Williams' numbers here. 16-7 is a spiritual link. It's his intuition. And 16-7 in the spiritual world, or even in numerology, is 16-7 is the psychic. The astral traveler. I don't see where he would be depressed at all. That's my opinion. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the world of theatre. What is heckle dickles? Anyway, so Operation Chaos was a Central Intelligence domestic espionage project targeting American citizens operating from 1967 to 1974. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to leave it there for now. Please leave your comments and thoughts. I do love engaging with your comments. Please stay safe, stay alert, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.